Hi guys, any day one can be on two wheels is a beautiful day. Yeah, it's the 900R. What's new? Well, of course, Euro 5 Plus went into effect this year, so BMW had to accommodate that. There's one more Newton meter of torque, but it comes at a cost, 250 RPMs higher. So now it's 93 instead of last year's outgoing 92. What else is new? Fully adjustable manually front forks. Loving that, yeah. Also, the handlebar is in a more sporty riding position, and it's new. Here, I'm sitting on the bike now, and you can see that. This is new now. You can see through here. Yeah, this is the navigation, or you can get the phone mount and put your phone in there too. Or is that already? Yeah, that isn't. Sorry, I digress, guys. Oh, so this riding position, look at this. Man, it's tight now, and I'm leaned over much, much further than last year's. This is odd. And for the first time on this bike, I got a hip cramp from this, I don't know. Oh, and you can get now as an option, 95 euros here in Germany, I say the old handlebar, but they're saying now they're calling it a comfort handlebar, which brings it up and 43 millimeters back. So I'm like, so now you're going to give us the sportier riding position, and now if you want to go back to last year's riding position, you're going to charge us more. Nice marketing, BMW. This is also lighter, 3 kilos lighter, 1.8 in the wheels, 0.9 in the battery, and the remaining 0.3 here they shaved off in the seat. And also, sorry guys, the brake control is also now standard on this bike. Say, what do you mean? Well, when you emergency brake, if you don't let off the throttle, it will know that's an emergency braking situation, and it will not take that input. It will decrease throttle for you, even though you're not. That's a little safety feature. Now, how is this massaged engine? I'm not going to even begin to call it new. But the quick shifter is better. They didn't say they updated that, but yeah, they did. It's better than last year's, 100%. Now, how is this new engine and new quick shifter, I'm saying it, feel on the street? Now I'm all alone, and nobody behind me on this country road. Let's just try this quick shifter in dynamic mode with 50% throttle. 5, 6, perfect. They've improved it. Let's go back down. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now big jump to 1. There we go. Now full throttle. Oh, it loves being on full throttle. Ooh, cat in the field. It loves being on full throttle just like any naked. I just rode the MT-09 and the Z900 last week, and the torque of this comes on a little sooner than both of those bikes. Of course, this is a parallel twin. Of course, the MT-09 is an inline 3, and of course the Z900 is an inline 4. So you would expect torque numbers to match that engine configuration. And of course, this does have a little more torque sooner in the RPM range than those. But I expect a little more torque, I would say. And this also has one more torque than when this debuted in 2020. It had 92 Newton meters. Now this has 93 Newton meters. So why are you updating things like this, BMW, and not telling us? I do and always have liked that sound, because it's the same sound as on the 900 XR. So overall, with this engine and transmission and this marriage, and this quick shifter is improved vastly over last year's. Oh yeah, big improvement.
2 thumbs for this engine and transmission.
Fully adjustable, yeah, 43 millimeter, like in the Gold. 135 mils of travel for a naked. That's a little more than normal. 120 is pretty much the standard. 320 discs on there with M4.32s on there, of course, Brembos. And 142 mils of travel here with the electronic. This has the optional dynamic ESA. And here you see it right here. It says dynamic ESA right there. And we have a 265 disc with a single piston Brembo on there. Now, how is this all new front forks on the street?
I'm liking this new front suspension. I'm going down my favorite bumpy road in my neck of the woods, and it's eating them up. I've got it in dynamic mode with the rear. It's got the dynamic ESA on the electronic on the rear, but the front manually adjustable. And this is doing really well. I'm pleasantly surprised with how well it's coping with these bumps. It's a little better. I think it's the exact same that's on the 900XR, but it's doing really, really well with them. Oh, that front brake is good. Let's try it again. Oh yeah, nice. Same, I didn't criticize it before. What about the rear? I did criticize the rear, and that is good. That is an improvement. Wow. Let's go all the way down. There, now let's try. There. Oh, I knew exactly when that nice feel and feedback. I knew exactly when that was going to lock up. Beautiful. Looks like BMW fixed the rear brake on the 900R. Yep, right there. I know exactly when and where and how to lock it up. It's given me enough feel and feedback. And this new front suspension, wow, it has changed this bike. I can ride this thing way more aggressively than... Oh, does he want me to honk? Way more aggressively than the other one. Okay, there, I'm feeling it's a little tighter. Okay, but I can adjust the front. Now, I'm loving this change BMW to this bike. So this suspension and brakes, they're getting 2 thumbs way up. Boom, boom.
Not much has changed on the bike here. I do like this color scheme though. Nice big grab rails here, but what isn't so big, yeah, my hand is all that'll fit on this. But most of your naked bikes, middleweight nakeds, it's pretty much like that, so can't complain. You do have seat options. This is 815. You can go 2 notches down, 2 notches up if you want, especially if you do the suspension lowering kit and the low seat. You can go all the way down to 760 with this. 13 liters, that is the smallest in the competition middleweight naked group. But this is also the most fuel efficient, so the range is not the least. It is right in the middle to more than those. On the chart here, you can see that. So I'm not complaining about this being the smallest tank in this group. I'm just noticing that it is, but that's also, it's getting great fuel economy, so it's not bad. But it is one of the, almost the heaviest, the second heaviest bike in this group though, at 208 kilos. Now how does this weight feel in a little village?
The on-off throttle, the 900 XR is a little better than this, although I'm in dynamic. Okay, let's change that, shall we? There. Now, I'm in road. Oh, that did soften right up. Oh, that's nice. Oh, nice. Okay, now it's the on-off is still just a little jerky. Let me shut the heated grips off, because I always wear my summer gloves, even when it's a little cold. I just turn the heated grips on, because you always get more feel with summer gloves. it's a little more jerky, the on-off. This must be the Euro 5 Plus that they upgraded to this year. Could probably. That's what it seems like. That's the problem. But the 900 XR, the fueling was a little better. Why am I mentioning that? Same exact motor, same exact tuning. I do like that sound though, that exhaust note of this better than the XR. That's a little nicer. But still, you have that engine noise coming up through the triple clamp. I do not like that when you start this thing up and that idling this thing. It's an annoying bag of bolts sound. And so you just put a bunch of bolts, nuts and bolts, into a bag and shake it, and that's what it sounds like. It's still there. It's decreased, yes, but it's still there. And also this riding position in town. It's a little more aggressive. It's more like the Z900. The MT-09 is a little more relaxed and a little more leg room. This, I get a hip cramp. My knee is that much tighter. So BMW changed this riding position to a point to where I would no longer want to buy this bike. So, but overall in town, is it lighter? Yes. But I'll give it 1.5 thumb because of this riding position is now this more aggressive stance.
Not much difference here. All the same, all the same. Of course, you got the SOS there. The bar end mirrors work. I was fairly surprised. I think I would take this off though, because when I'm sitting back on the bike, it covers up to about that much of the screen that I can see, and I always have to lean forward to look up and over this. But you can put the navigation device in there or the adapter for your smartphone there. This hasn't changed either, although you can go to sport mode where you can get the lean sensitive everything. Yeah, you've had this since 2020. That sport mode where it tells you the lean. And then if you connect the BMW motor rod app to that, and then I have mine set on my 900 XR and also my RT, it sets that, it saves it automatically at the end of your ride. You can say, well, if you go longer than 15 minutes or a half hour, it saves it automatically. That's how I have it set up. You can set it to 5 minutes or 5 hours. And then it'll record your lean in every corner in case you wanted to know that. But other than that, with this riding position, it is sportier now. I just rode last week the MT-09 and the Z900. And getting off of those and now hopping onto this is a step, got to be careful here, it's a step down in performance. It's not quite there. They're just a step up in performance. Both of those bikes will beat this thing on the track. Would I take this to a track day? Oh, sure, no problem. This would be fun. You'd have a blast on the track with this. You'd have more of a blast on the MT-09. But the Z900 is heavier than this. By what? 5 kilos? This is 208 and that's 213. Yeah, 5 kilos. So on the track, this would give the Z900 a run for its money, although I think the Z900 would still beat it. This, no problem on the track. How does this compete in this group? Performance-wise, but all around for the road. So performance, I'm talking track. But for the road, practicality, all the aids that you get with this, yeah, I'm loving it. Is it worth upgrading from, if you have the previous gen, 2020 through 2024? Is it worth the upgrade? I wouldn't. No. Unless you want the fully adjustable front forks. But if you're happy with what you got now, keep it. That is great. I would do that. I don't know. Yeah, I would do it because I would like to tweak this in, especially with the dynamic mode with this rear suspension, electronic suspension. I would dial this in and dial that in and for my weight. And then when I got a passenger, dial it back up, dial this back up, you know, click, 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 and then set this on the TFT. But that's me. If you're gonna do track days with this, then you might want to update to or trade up to this. All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this review. As always, guys, ride safe. That's most important. And number two, guys, ride like there's nothing to prove. Take care. Cheers.